Hey guys, this is Nod Lammers of Invoked 101, and I just got done doing my casual locals, and my casual local vlog, which is something I'm going to start doing for the channel. And I took my Red Eyes Guardragons. Now, while that may initially seem like, oh, that's what you call casual, it's like, nah, this deck, the strongest board I made was like Saryuja, Abyss, and the Red Eyes Xyz, but I only ever did that once. The main board I made was like Saryuja and Abyss, and even then it didn't do anything. I was also outed a lot, but that's beside the point. I upgraded this deck a little bit thanks to some help from one of my opponents, Cole, and one of my buddies, Philip. He sold me one of the cards that is in this deck that's going to give it a major boost, in my opinion. And then Cole traded me another copy of what you see right here, which, as you guys know, is a very useful card for the Guardragon decks. But without further ado, real quick, down in the description there is a link to our Patreon if you guys want to back us on there. Everything goes right back into the deck profiles. We'll have a link to our Discord where you can join our general chat, and we also have a link to our Instagram where you can follow us to get updates on what we're doing with different decks and how things are coming along. But now we're going to set these spells and extra deck off the side. We're going to talk about the monsters, and the monsters are really cut into like kind of three sections. It's like the Red Eyes part, the Chaos Dragon part, and the Guardragon part. So to start with our Red Eyes engine, we have 3 Red Eyes Flare Dragon. This guy is just one of the main cards of the deck. Basically, he helps resolve all the effects that need normal monsters, and then on top of that, if you don't use your normal summon, you can normal summon him again and attack for like 24, and then burn for 24. Alongside him, we play 1 copy of the vanilla Red Eyes. And we play these Red Eyes monsters for the Black Metal Dragon. So Black Metal Dragon, when it's sent from field to graveyard, it lets you search any Red Eyes card from your deck to hand, and it's not a once per turn. It's a level 1 dragon, and that's the main reason we play it, is for searching and for the fact it's a little dragon. And the way we get the little dragon is this, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. So we were able to special summon the little dragon multiple times in a turn using this guy and search out everything. It's pretty nuts. This guy is insane. But alongside that, that's all the Red Eyes cards, all the Red Eyes monsters we run. Now we have the Chaos Dragons. So to start our Chaos Dragons off, we have 2 Dark Worm and 1 Infinity. Now you may be saying, does drawing the Infinity make it dead? And it's like, no, but drawing Dark Worm does kill some cards in the deck. That's why I play 2. Because you don't need to search Infinity. It's just a good card to discard for some of the effects and to shuffle back with Saryuja. But the Dark Worm is definitely something that I enjoy playing 2 of. And then alongside that, 2 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and 2 White Dragon Wyvern Burster. If you guys don't know what these do, banish the dark to summon itself and searches this guy, banishes a light to summon itself and searches this guy. Both effects are once per turn. So pretty dope. And then alongside them, we play their buddy Eclipse Wyvern, who has the effect of when he's sent to graveyard, you can banish 1 dragon from your deck, and then when he's banished, you get to add the banished card from your deck to your hand, which is pretty dope. And then some of the targets for that are Chaos Dragon Levineer. This guy is pretty amazing. I just added him. This was the card Philip sold me. So his effect is can't be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 3 light and or dark monsters from your graveyard. When summoned this way, you can apply the effect based on the attributes of the monsters banished for the special summon of this card. Also, this card can't attack for the rest of the turn. Only light, special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense. Only dark, shuffle a random card from your opponent's hand into the deck. And then both light and dark destroy up to 2 cards on the field. You can only use this effect of Chaos Dragon Levineer once per turn. So basically, if you banish only dark or only light, you get bonus effects. Only light obviously would be pretty dope, but for the most part, this is a mostly dark deck, and you are mostly going to be using the banish light and dark and get that effect. And then the other card for targeting is Destruda Lush Dragon's Frisson. This guy is really dope because basically if you get Dark Worm or like one of the level 4 dragons on board, you target it, this guy becomes a level 3 and it helps you resolve a lot of your effects. And then the last Chaos Dragon we run is 1 Arc Brave. This is just a guy you send to graveyard or discard or shuffle back with Saryuja, just another dragon essentially that can get you some advantage. And then that's it for the Chaos Dragon aspect of the deck. After that we have 1 Guardragon Promnesis, which summons itself from a normal sent to grave. I think he summons himself from the graveyard. 1 Guardragon Garmadiz, which summons itself from the hand when a normal is sent to graveyard. And 1 World Chalice Guardragon, who you banish to summon a normal monster from the graveyard to a zone a link monster points to. Those are the only Guardragons we run. And that's it for the monsters. So it's a pretty monster heavy lineup. Alright, moving into the spells. 2 World Legacy Guardragon. This card is pretty awesome. It's either a add to hand or a reborn for a level 4 or lower dragon, which can come super in handy. And then once per turn, you can move a dragon to a different main monster zone, which is pretty dope. 2 Return of the Dragon Lords for the reborn effect, just like standard in this deck. 2 Silver's Cry, we're playing a bunch of normal monsters, and so basically this is all like a bunch of the reborn cards right here. So this summons normal dragons, it's super helpful. That's really all you need to know about it. And then after that we got the Foolish cards, triple Dragon Shrine. This card's insane. This is like the best starter card in the deck, right next to Ravine. So both of these are starter cards just because they load Darkworm to the graveyard, and Darkworm's your main starter for the most part. Alongside the Ravines, we play 2 Terraforming, and Ravine is also an insane starter, just being able to dump 2 dragons for free. This one also almost always sends 2 dragons and then gets you like to Twin Triangle and stuff like that. World Legacy Guardragon is pretty dope. Silver Scry and the Dragon Monster Reborn is also really good. And then we play 1 Red Eyes Insight. This is to send Red Eyes to the graveyard and search the trap card. 1 Monster Reborn because it's Monster Reborn, and 1 for 1 because not only does it load a dragon into the graveyard, but it summons the little Red Eyes guy. And then real quick, the 2 traps, the only traps I run in the deck are 2 Red Eyes Spirit, and honestly, one of these should be a Red Eyes Fang with Chain. I just don't have a Red Eyes Fang with Chain. So there we go. That's it for the spell cards, spells and traps. And that's also it for the main deck. I like this deck. Alright. Going into the extra, this is where the deck really does shine, because just the extra deck is so key to Guardragons. So we have 1 Elpie, 1 Pitsy, and 1 Agarpain. This is really all you need. These guys are insane, and these are the main playmakers of the deck. So all of them have the effect of you cannot summon monsters from the extra deck except for monsters from the extra deck except for dragons, and then they also have the effect to summon a dragon from a different spot to a zone 2 or more link monsters point to. So LP summons from hand or deck, Pitsy summons from grave or banished, and Agarpain summons from the extra, which is pretty dope. So that's those 3, and then we have 1 Twin Triangle Dragon, who on summon summons a level 5 or higher dragon from grave to the zone it points to for 500 life points, which is pretty dope. 1 Heretic Dragon of the Heavenly Spheres. This guy is awesome. I use this a lot. So basically what he does is you contribute a dragon from your hand or field to pop a card back to your opponent's hand to bounce a card, and then he has an effect when he's tributed that you can summon any dragon from your deck, but its attack and defense becomes 0. So I use this to summon like Eclipse Wyvern from the deck. It was pretty dope. And then after that we have Summon Sorceress, who is usually your target. After you make one of these 2, you usually go into her, and then she summons you like a dragon from the deck, which is pretty dope. And then 1 Triple Burst Dragon, we're just playing him for the link arrows. 1 Nightmare Griffin, which I learned in my combo video, couldn't make this, so sorry guys. I might do an updated combo video for this if there's enough demand for it. And then after that, there is 2 Saryujas, because this deck can actually spit out 3 of them in 1 turn. I have pulled it off multiple times where I could have made a 3rd one with the full effects, but I didn't because I'm only playing 2, but I honestly put in the 2nd one today when I was playing around the deck. So, but yeah, this deck can do it, especially this newer version. That's it for the Link monsters. Link monsters are pretty insane. As for the other stuff that I'm playing, 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss for the Agarpain target. And then one Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. I found that you can make rank 7s in this deck pretty easily. So I put in the Red Eyes Flare one just because it can potentially get you another Red Eyes on board to continue linking while also providing burn damage for your opponent's effects. Also, he can't be destroyed or targeted by card effects, right? Can't be destroyed by card effects. No, so just can't die by card effects while it has an Xyz material. So he's pretty cool and kind of like strong this format. And then we have one big eye. This is the steel stuff if our opponent has something and we decide to go into this over that. And then some other extra Agar Pain targets. One Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. This guy's kind of neat. And then one Meteor Black Comet Dragon. This guy, whenever he dies, he summons a Red Eyes from the graveyard and then a Red Eyes normal monster from the graveyard, which is pretty cool, which is why I play him. But now that we have Hot Red Abyss, he's also big. Both of these guys are like 32, 35, and this guy's 32. So on top of being like about, the only difference is that this guy is a negate. So I was originally playing these because they were big, but this guy is also big. So, and he's a negate. But yeah, and that's it for the extra. I really like this deck. I've called it New Age DDD. And I think that that's a fair comparison just because of how combo-centric and heavy this deck is. It really can rack up some crazy combos and make some insane boards. I really like it. I'm really excited to play some more games with this deck because I didn't play this deck very often before tonight. And then I showed someone who was talking about building Red Eyes. I showed them. I was like, yeah, you can just do a Guardragon build, and I showed them my Red Eyes Guardragon deck, and I was like, man, why did I stop playing this? Why did I, like, because I built it for the profile, and then I just never did anything with it, so, but yeah, now that I got everything for it just about, like, I got 2 of these, which is about how much I want. The only other thing I could see is maybe getting another Chaos Levineer, or, like, another Eclipse Wyvern, but I like the layout that I got going on right now, so, but anyways, tell me what you guys thought in the comments below. And while you're down there, feel free to check out the description. Like I said, we got a link to our Discord, got a link to our Instagram, got a link to our Patreon. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.